Why you calling yourself?
Stevie Love.
What go on, Stevie Love?
Yes, administrator. Everything Chris today, no?
I mean, we did it.
Yeah, right now we're on the cut it out show. You understand? But we talk real talk.
First episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna back on our dog.
Straight.
You understand? Well, as we say, people nowadays need to understand something. All of we have got through pressure. All of we have got through fears of grief and all kind of things. But when you live good and you live together and you can share that, the feeling you have inside of you compensate. Not fully, but spiritually. Your heart and your soul is one. People lost them respect. Them lost manners. It's just two things them understand. Greed and power. Parents, understand your picnic. Don't disown them because you see something silly. Or pawn them off with money. Talk to them. Share the experience of all. So them can understand what life is really about.
So Stevie Love, let me ask you something.
Ask me, man.
So what you call this show again?
Cut it out.
Alright. Scene.
And them things that we need to cut out. And if you cut out this, your opinion is better than my opinion. Instead of trying and reasoning to understand what that person feel like. Stop all this nastiness from Facebook and TikTok and all them places. Yeah. All them dirty tune there. I disrespect my people there. No.
So what do you think is the problem in the culture right now?
The problem is greed and power. Everybody want greed. Everybody greedy. Everybody want power. And to do it, they're willing to do anything. Anything. And that is madness. What are you going to gain out of that? You tell me, what are you going to gain out of that? You think peace easy? You think living a way of life where you're not criticized, you're not judged, and they just want to live a peaceful, calm life? You think people understand that? No. They want to live in chaos. They want to live in this nasty cesspool of filth and why I don't even know. But the Most High is the one that gives me strength, gives me power, gives me a spiritual uplift when I need it.
So what do you think about the cost of living and the single parent family there, man?
Well, listen, if we want to talk about the government now, that's a different kettle of fish, because I believe.
Be careful now, Stevie Love. We not promote them thing there, but me understand where you come from.
Yeah, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. We elect them. We pay them. And they tell us what to do. How that work? And you can't say nothing.
That me ask no?
We have laws from 1908 and I'm foolishness there. We're in the 21st century. 21st century. We're talking about the 1908 law. What significance does that have in the 21st century? None at all. That's what it have. None at all.
So you think the standard them a drop in the culture?
No, I believe people don't have time to think for themselves.
Now why you say that now?
Well, you wake up, you go to work. You work all day, 12-hour shift. You come back home, you just want to relax, eat the food. When you don't eat the food, you're so tired. You can't sleep. You don't have time to think about that. Think about what? What you have time to think about? You don't. Then on top of that, you have bill to pay, picnic for race, all kind of things going on. Where you get time to think for yourself? You don't have no time to think.
True.
You're like a robot. You're just in motion, day in, day out, day in, day out.
So if you had the power to change things, man, what kind of solution you present to the people then?
Well, the people, if you understand, them have the power.
All right.
We have the power. But divided, we'd have nothing. But we have the power.
True.
We can change things if we desire to change things. But firstly, we have to get trust. And cut out all this backstabbing and greed and envy and jealousy. We don't need none of that.
So you have to cut it out now.
Cut it out.
So what about the bad mind people them?
Bad mind people, them. Everybody bad mind, you know. Not say one person bad mind, so I don't judge.
Pure cross is dead, man.
Yeah, enough cross is dead, but I was one of them people at one time, but it don't make no sense. Get that to the Father, but the Father deal with that.
Wait, man, I think you should tell me about that, man. What do you mean you used to have crosses?
Crosses.
Explain yourself now.
When you talk about crosses, people, is it people? Them dirty junker, them out there. They think they're smart. That's that. I tell them, say, I already know. You catch me once, but you won't catch me twice. You understand me? But people feel them smart. You understand? They're not honest. With honest prayer, what I say, I do. But when people tell you something that they're going to do this, and they're going to do that, and they don't even have the decency to tell you they're not doing it, they just don't turn up. It's very disheartening. And people need to understand, say, when it's their turn and you don't turn up, don't feel no way.
Now when you talk like this, are you referring to friend or are you referring to family?
I refer to all of them, friend and family.
Lord
And
Jesus.
when family do you so, it lick even harder.
How you mean?
Them say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your friend, but sometimes your friend choose you out of trickery. And them hear something, or your family send them in, somebody send them in. But it's very difficult to penetrate what you don't understand.
So what is the solution, man?
The solution is peace and love. Peace and love. And unity. And just to accept people for who they are, not for what you want them to be. You have to accept people for who they are, not what you want them to be.
So what you think about this robotics and thing?
No, I don't like the robot then.
What's wrong with them?
No, I don't like you put no damn robot. What am I want a robot for? Then take me from analog, bring me a digital. I can't understand digital at all. People have to keep helping with this digital thing. Tell you about you have to do this, create this and create that. It's too much. We should be able to talk to the computer. Computer just writes stuff. Everybody nice.
But what you miss from your time to now in terms of change?
In my time, it was more of a community. Everybody know one another and everybody gets on with one another. No matter who you is. What part of life you think you are using. Everybody know everybody. You know, it was a nice time to actually live in South London, although you did have little skirmishing. In them time, it was racial discrimination at its highest, especially amongst the police and people like that. We go through a lot.
But they say now the internet give people more information, more knowledge and thing. And
that's the problem. That is the problem. Bitch them, give them too much information. Cut that out. You understand? And the next thing they want to stop is this music, this violence in the music. This, what they call it, drill.
So what do you think about the frequency of the sound though that we're listening to now compared to the time of you know, the 1990s
Well,
and
the
and then
90s,
them era there,
yeah,
you
but
see.
it's the 90s. If you listen to the songs of the 90s,
Well, even the 70s and
yeah,
60s, you
even
know.
those times,
Mm.
people singing about the
Peace and love, no?
struggle, yeah, the struggle
Mm.
and the pain and the suffering. That's what people used to sing about, which would uplift the people who are listening to them. Because when you're going through something and you can't relate to that song, nothing sweeter than that. You can sing the song a whole day long. But nowadays it's just dirty, and nasty, godly. No, you can't. No, the way some of these women are dressed out there.
Wait, so let me jump in at that quickly, because that's a big thing you address there.
Yeah.
Excuse the pun, but you talk about the dress code now when y'all out there on street now.
Yeah. No, you're not supposed
Everything seems to be quite revealing now.
Yeah.
Nothing left for mystery. That mystery no go on no more.
No.
Dignity seem to just
Disappear.
all right.
It's like it disappear.
But break it down for me about how you feel about that.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Now tell me why you don't like it.
You're my queens. Represent me as a king. You're my queens. And my queen's supposed to look dignified at all times.
But what if she tell you must go with the times? Times have changed.
No, time never change. Time never change at all. No, sir. Time never change. You never see. That's why I like to tell story in the Bible now. What did Christ say to her? Person tell them, anyone on it without sin cast the first stone. Everybody have to drop stone. Then he said to the girl, leave and sin no more. Don't do no more that dirty thing there. And what she do? She turn clean and accept herself. People feel say because you don't like the way they dress, they can't dress up. Nobody not saying you can't dress how you want to dress. But we're saying we don't want to see all of that.
So when you say all of that, you mean flesh?
Yeah. I don't mind a little bit of flesh myself because it's not no bona fide. You understand? It's a spiritual man. It's not. At the end of the day, you have to understand, say, you represent me, and I represent you. Life is life, and you're supposed to conduct yourself correct. Simple as that.
What about cooking of food?
Even food, I think that a lot of the people stop eating food. Stop. Completely.
How you mean in terms of the English food you talk about, or the African food you talk about, or Caribbean food? Which food you talk about?
Caribbean food can't really relate to African food or whoever food else than that. Caribbean food I grew with. Understand? And every so often I eat my Caribbean food, but my mother is a cook. I eat. Not every now and then, as much as I can. But right now, they make it so expensive to eat Caribbean food. It's a joke. It's a travesty. You understand? It's supposed to be like McDonald's, fast takeaway. So the people that can't eat a good food and feel full up their belly. You understand?
Some ital.
Yeah, some ital with some dumpling in there. You get me? Some saltfish. We can't just help yourself in for 2-3 pounds. We all have to help each other. So, until we meet next time, this is Stevie Love and the administrator. Till we meet again.